This gonna be volume 1, and should black people get reparations? I actually did a volume 1, so I'm really restarting that series because YouTube flagged the video because I used a skit off the Dave Chappelle show, and that gave me a copyright flag, so they took the video down. But I don't know if you guys ever seen a skit on Dave Chappelle show years back of if black people got reparations. Just go on YouTube and check that video out. Um, so let me be clear on how I feel about should black people get reparations. It's a big, huge, of course. Why not? The Japanese got theirs, the Indians got theirs, the Jewish people got this. Everybody who was mistreated at a particular time in history, their people got theirs, and majority of them living high on the hog because of that push that they got for the mistreatment of their people. So of course black people should get reparations. Now, the question is, what should that form of reparations be? Do I think every black person should get a big fat check? Of course not. Of course not. Most of our people are financially illiterate. We don't know anything about the stock market. Majority of us don't even know about a 401k. So of course we shouldn't give all black people a big old check and tell them get. But I'm gonna be honest with you. They could have did that, and people should be thankful that they didn't. They could have did that, and majority of black people, because of our financial illiteracy, we would have gave it all right back. So my thing on reparations, what I think black people should get. First, we're gonna start off with Africa, because I know a lot of people was lied to. A lot of people don't do their own research, so they believe that some white men got in a boat, went to Africa, guns blazing, and told everybody, "You Negroes get in the boat. We're going back to America." That's not what happened. That is not what happened. Um, Europeans came to America and did what they did to the Indians, which is why the Indians are very taken care of. But they came here and they was colonizing America. The Arabs in Africa sold us. Well, the Africans sold us to the Arabs, and the Arabs made a business deal with the people who was colonizing America and sold slaves to America. So that's what happened. So because Africa committed the first sin by selling their own people, as reparations, we should get a stock in resources, in African resources. And we know it's so many. It's diamonds, gold, all kind of stuff in the African continent. So black people that come from slaves, and it's proven by a bloodline they come from a slave, they should get a stock of African resources. No, Africa cannot get away for selling their own people. And as far as America, for them, even though it was a business deal, understood, black people were treated badly. So because of that, what I think black people should get as reparations in America is a free education to any college or university, at least 1 acre of land, and be exempt from taxes. That's what I think we should get for reparation, because that would be something that would be long lasting, that would be something that we could maintain, and that would be something that would put us ahead financially, education wise. It would help us a lot. But just giving black people a big check, that's a no. But the reason why black people haven't got those reparations yet is because the powers that be understand how simple minded most black people are. So what they've been doing for years, and they constantly doing it, especially led by the Democratic Party, is giving us little trinkets. Hip Hop History Day. And black people just so happy about that. Like, what the hell has Hip Hop History Day doing for the black community? As a matter of fact, rap music is one of the main problems in the black community. Right? They supposed to give us a $20 bill with Harriet Tubman on it. How is that going to help the black community? And they've been talking about that for years, and that has never come to pass. Give us a statue of George Floyd, or multiple statues of Martin Luther King. They give us little trinkets to make us feel like they care. They care about us. They put a statue up. And this is why I say the civil rights movement was a big mistake. And that's the number one. That's one of the reasons. Many reasons, of course. I got a video on all the reasons why, but there's many reasons why the civil rights movement was a big mistake. Because the people who was in charge of the civil rights movement, the race hustlers like Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, all these people, they didn't want rulership. They wanted equality. In the words of the great Malcolm X, they just wanted to share the toilet seat with the white man. They didn't want to transfer wealth. They didn't want to transfer power. Nothing. All they wanted, we just want to go to school with you. We just want to hold hands with you. I have a dream. We just going to hold hands one day. So these people understand that these Negroes don't really care about what's going on. These other groups of people, they demand what they want. But these black folk, man, they just, matter of fact, this year we're going to give them hip. I couldn't believe these things. And black people celebrate this. These little trinkets that they give y'all. And y'all in the worst economic situation in America, and they giving y'all these little trinkets and y'all happy for. We can get reparations overnight. But I'm going to go off into that in another video. Right? But I'm just saying, we deserve reparations, but we haven't got them because, and you know what? We still, right now today, and that's why I say the civil rights movement was a big mistake, because it left us in a mindset of begging for equality. First of all, let me get something understood with you black people, and I need y'all to hear me and hear me very well what I'm about to say. Why would the powers that be, I'm not giving no race, no credit, I'm not giving no race, I'm not doing it. Oh, it's this person, white, no. But the power that be is what I'm gonna say. Why would they give you equality, black man, black woman? Why? Tell me why. The thing that they have been doing for years have kept them in power. They maintain their power, and they constantly passing their power down to generation after generation. Why would they stop what they doing to give you equality? It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. You have to demand equality. And the only time situations like that come about is by two ways: blood and money. And we living in a time now where we don't have to shed nobody's blood, but our spending power right now, tonight, overnight, can put us in rulership positions. But most of us have that communist mind in black America. We want equality. I don't want equality. I want rulership. And rulership doesn't mean ruling over other races. Rulership means that you are an economic powerhouse that's respected. The money that we spend, the influence that we have in America, we should not be at the bottom of the economic pole. But because we so financially illiterate, we are, and we're going to remain there. So just giving people a whole bunch of checks, that would be the craziest thing ever. And I ran into this video by the great Shamika Michelle. Shout out to her. Follow her on all platforms. This black woman is amazing. I admire her. I respect her. But I just wanted to say those few things. And of course, I'm gonna let this video play, and I'm gonna chime in. But we need to be pushing. That's another thing on this channel. This whole channel is about rulership. This whole equality thing, it hasn't worked, and it's not gonna work. Why would it? Why should it? Because like I said, the people, the power that be, I mean, let's be honest about it. Why would they stop what they do now? They'll act like this is why I have a deep repugnance for the white liberal that Malcolm X wonders about also, because the white liberal plays like he or she is your friend, like he or she is trying to help you, like he or she feels your plight, but they don't care, and they won't help you. But they play that role to make you, because they understand the white liberal is a manipulator of black people. Not the white man, the white woman, the white liberal. I want to put an emphasis on that. The white liberal is the one you see at the Black Lives Matter marches. The white liberal. I'm sorry saying the black liberal. I meant to say the white. The white liberal is always trying to quote unquote help the black man or black woman until it's actually time to help the black man or the black woman. They all lip service. They try too hard, and that's why I have a deep repugnance for them. Right? They feel like black people can't do it their self, so they're gonna help, but they never help or even try. They act like they understand our plight, but they don't. They don't care. They just trying to make it the way they can say when everything when we do get our rules, they just want to be there to say, "Well, I would no, you wouldn't," right? But I'm gonna let this play, and of course, I'm gonna chime in.
All right, time for some friendly fire. Shamika Michelle, Jason Whitlock. I'm Jason Whitlock, of course. We're going to be joined here by Shamika Michelle, Shamika and Jason, some friendly fire. Shamika, I got a great topic for us. Dr. Umar has said something else interesting again. You guys know Umar Johnson. Sometimes he says very provocative, interesting things. Sometimes he says silly things. Today, I think he's kind of interesting and provocative. He's talking about reparations, how he's pro-reparations, but doesn't think they should be given right now. Let's take a listen.
I honestly don't think black people would be financially responsible enough to, use that money. I think we just gonna get that money right back.
Oh, we are causing change before there's any reparations conversation. Before there's any distribution of reparations, we have to first organize and elect the people we want to represent us. Because every penny you get from reparations is going to go to the Chinaman, to the Arab, to the Jew. It's going to Mercedes. It's going to Nike. And then black people say, "You don't know that that's true." Yes, I do know that that's true. You know why? Because as a psychologist, the best predictor of future behavior is current behavior. So you mean to tell me we're going to radically change our spending habits with the reparations money?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
When you've never been responsible with your own damn money? And that's why I've said I do not believe that the current generation of African people should be responsible for the dissemination or discussion over reparations, because we haven't done anything worthwhile that will entitle us to that type of responsibility.
What if you could get a tablet with unlimited data for the price of 2 cups of coffee? Do y'all see how nice this tablet is?
I'm anti.
Now, he said a mouthful. He saved me a lot of breath.
Reparations overall, but having said that, I do think Dr. Umar here is being uncomfortably transparent and honest, because this is part of my contention. Reparation, what are we gonna do with it? Go to fly around the country and go to Beyonce concerts and buy new Air Jordans? What are we gonna do with the money? That's one thing. But anyway, your initial reaction to his contention.
Jason, a lot of people got upset. I saw in the comments where they were thinking that Umar Johnson was now changing his stance and saying that.
Well, that's because I want to stop the sister right now. Well, see, that's because black people have a very low emotional IQ. Once you say something to, and this is what the white liberal have learned, all you gotta do is say stuff that black people want to hear, and they'll let you slap them over the head. But if you telling them something that they need to hear, they don't want to. They'll avoid you. They'll block you. They'll do anything not to come around you when you telling them the truth. But if you telling them something that's not true, but it feel good, they'll suck it up and let you beat them to death. And that's what the white liberal does, and that's what the black race hustle does. People like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Corey Bush, Maxine Waters, Sheila Jackson Lee, even Obama. And this is why I have a deep repugnance for them, because just like The View, the whole show of The View, this is what they do. They coddle black people and tell them the stuff that they know they want to hear. And why I'm so angry at sometimes with my people, it's just like they not seeing this. Like, can't you see these people ain't doing nothing for you? Ben Crump, these people don't care about y'all. They want y'all to keep getting killed by police so they can have the press. This dude, Al Sharpton, and Ben Crump doing it now. These dudes have created generational wealth for their families off the backs of black people when they do not care about you. People who care about you tell you what you need to. This is a life lesson that y'all need to take. If y'all don't take nothing else from this, take this. People who love you tell you what you need to hear. People who hate you tell you what you want to hear. And that's point blank, period. These people, you will never hear Cori Bush. I just seen Cori Bush on Twitter talking about she getting together with some people to make them cease fire in Gaza. Cori Bush, you idiot. You represent St. Louis. That's your district. St. Louis is the third dangerous place to stay in America because the black on black crime is happening at an alarming rate. And you worrying about what's going on in Gaza? You'll never hear Sheila Jackson Lee, Maxine Waters, Cori Bush, these black Democrats, these black race hustlers, and majority, not all, but majority of these black people, you'll never hear them tell you about black on black crime. You'll never hear them tell you about how black women lead the nation in abortion. They killing the whole generation in the womb. You'll never tell them about fatherless home. 70% of our children are being raised in matriarchal household, which is a huge problem. Like I said, which is a huge problem. Because like I always say, nothing is going to change in the black community until we first turn back to God and two, build back the black family. Mother, father, stay together for the children. Right? So nothing is going to happen till we get that, till we return back to that, which all was happening prior to the civil rights movement. Wasn't none of this going on before the civil rights movement. Don't let nobody lie to you. Black people were doing well. They like to bring up Black Wall Street. And that was a lie what they tell y'all about that. That's why I say people got to do their own research. And I don't want to get off into that and get off the subject, but just the Black Wall Street, just to touch on that real fast. Black Wall Street was destroyed because it was a business deal that went bad. And of course, it was more whites in Tulsa than blacks. And, it was a race. It was basically a race war because the business went bad. But the white people didn't just go over there and say, these niggas are just doing so good. I mean, these black people are doing so good. Let's go No, that's not what happened. That's a lie. Do your research. It was a business deal that went bad that turned into a race war. And just so happened the white people, of course, was more deeper. They had more people, strength coming numbers in Tulsa, and they destroyed. But which also what they don't tell you about Black Wall Street. It was built right back, and it was better than ever. Right? But just going back to the original subject, before the civil rights movement, people were doing fine. Families were staying together. No black on black crime. None of this was going on. But I'm going to let her finish. And of course, I'm going to chime in.
He disagrees with reparations altogether, but that's not even what I heard. I heard him state true facts about how we spend, and it really should have been seen as a chin check individually and, of course, collectively as to how we spend our money. I saw in 2022 that blacks actually had a $1.6 trillion spending power. So what are we doing with that? You played a clip.
That's more spending power than the whole state of Mexico. Do your research.
I think maybe last.
So just black American spending power. We had more spending power than the whole nation of Mexico. Do your research. Listen, if you didn't know no better, I'm just saying, if you didn't know no better, the way we flying, I'm taking these trips to Dubai and all over the world, the clothes we rock, the car we drive, you didn't know no better, you think black people are at the top of the economic pole, but we're at the bottom.
Week about him talking about the rappers and how much money we've had, but we haven't done anything with it. And you hear all of these people talking about black power or black this and black that. Well, where are the black hospitals? Where are the black banks? Where are the black grocery stores? I can drive just through my own city and see a lot more Hispanic businesses than I can black businesses. And you hear a lot of black people saying, oh, well, it's because of the tax breaks. But we have been here for generations. We have black billionaires, but why don't we have anything else to show for the riches that we have? Why are we spending so much money on materialism? A $1.6 trillion spending power is a lot. And I look at the fact that we have so much materialism in the black culture. I like to use myself for examples all the time. A place of contention in my marriage was that we had a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath house with a game room, pool table. I mean, everything. The house was nice. 2 Mercedes and a Cadillac Escalade in the driveway, yet we had 3 kids who none of them had a college fund. I felt like they should have had some type of college fund or get out here and make it on your own fund or something, opposed to us having, all of these material things, me having designer bags. So I think that we really do have to check how we spend money, and we're so materialistic as a culture that we don't even care about our kids so much. We want to get out there and get the bag and make all of this money that we aren't even raising our children. That's how focused on money we are, yet we really have nothing to show for it.
I've had a unique idea that I could get behind as it relates to reparations, but just cutting everybody a check sounds, it's not just sound, it is crazy, and it would be ineffective, and it would just create more mass confusion. What I've suggested is that if there's going to be any sort of reparations, it should be about investing in the black family. And investing in the black family means investing in the black man and putting him in a position where he can actually lead a family. And I go all the way back to the Moynihan Report in 1965, where we're at this pivotal moment, and Daniel Patrick Moynihan comes out with this report calling on America in 1965 to invest in the black man and to provide jobs and opportunity for the black man so that he could be the head of his household. We pivoted and went completely away from that and invested in the matriarchy and made the government the father and the government check the father. And so what I would love my view on reparations is, let's fund a project in Jackson, Mississippi, one of the poorest, blackest places in America. And let's do a rebuilding project where we offer black men jobs, construction jobs, whatever it takes to rebuild communities and cities, offer black men jobs there to help rebuild those communities and try to spark life in Jackson, Mississippi, and make that a destination for any black man that wants to actually head and lead a household and will be provided a job as a part of this rebuilding of Jackson, Mississippi. Because if you've ever been to Jackson, Mississippi, ever watched videos on it, the streets have amazing potholes. The neighborhoods are all run down. There's nothing there to build a family, and there aren't men there with jobs to even start and head a family. I would start with a test case of like a the way we'll go overseas, we'll blow up a country through war and then spend billions and trillions of dollars rebuilding Afghanistan. Now, let's rebuild Jackson, Mississippi. Let's empower and provide opportunities and jobs for black men there. Pass a drug test, get you a job. If you start a family, get married, we'll incentivize that as well. That's the kind of reparations, work-related reparations, that I believe in. Just cutting everybody a check because of something that happened 100 years ago or even 50 years ago or even 40 years ago, miss me with that.
Jason, that's an argument that I could really get behind, because I do believe that the solution to what we're seeing in the black community is investing in black men. So I would be one of the cheerleaders if that was, the reparations talk, not just getting a check to go out here and buy the nicest car or some more rims for the car that you have, but actually investing in black men who want to make a change in the community, who want to have a family, who want to do what God put them on this earth to do. I would be really for that, because that is the solution. And you're right. For so many years, we've invested in black women. Black men don't stand a chance almost from elementary school. When we look at how school is designed, I worked at a school and I saw the amount of black boys that were on drugs, not drugs like recreational drugs. I'm saying the drugs that we pump
Ritalin.
into these young kids. Yes, Ritalin, and feeling like they can't sit down and they can't be quiet and they're not even set up at a young age to succeed. So I would really be all for some type of programs that would actually put them in a position to be in better places and to have families. That's the type of reparations argument I would get behind, because they are the solution to what we're seeing. We know that fathers not being in the home has had a detrimental effect on black kids. I would get behind that, Jason. That's the solution. Pushing women and wanting women to stand around and say they're the most educated, it's not working. It may look good on paper, but it's not working. When I see what these kids are doing in pretty much every community around America, women being in charge is not working. And if women were the CEOs of companies and these companies were failing, most people would try and get them out of the position. So the fact that we have black women feeling like they run the black community or they should be running the black family, and we see them failing as the CEOs, we need to get them out of those positions.
Thank you, Shamika. Great job as always. If you enjoyed this content, I need you to hop in the.
But yeah, man. So yeah, like I say, man, I'm gonna bring this video to a close. But of course, I think we deserve reparations. It was a time in history where we were treated unfairly. It was a time in history that those things did happen, and we deserve reparations. But like I said, man, we just get some checks, we'll be competing about that. Man, I got more than you all. Some people, because every black person, that's another thing, every black person didn't descend from a slave. So now you ain't getting nothing. It just would be a complete mess. You feel me? And that's one of the reasons why. Matter of fact, I got a video on my channel called Basic Formula for Community Generational Wealth. Not just family generational wealth, but community generational wealth. Go check that out and see what I'm talking about on there. But the white man, the Jewish man, the Asian, and all these other people in America at this point is not holding black people back. But what they doing is they capitalizing off it. Like he said, like Dr. Umar said, we get some reparations, we going straight to the airport to go tour all around the world, give them our money. We going to the Arab and spend all this money on diamonds. We going to the Chinese every week to get our nails done. Hair done, lashes, and we going to the Arab for that too. And a white man, he's gonna collect on everything because he writes the laws in America, right? He write the law. That's why he able to break the law when he want. But the laws in this country not one law in this country is wrote by a black person. I was talking to a good friend of mine in prison right now. He got 40 years flat. And he said they just passed a law. I don't know if this in the whole, United States, but just in Louisiana, they passed a law that says if you got a parole date, no matter when it is, you're not eligible for clemency anymore. And I tell my people all the time, they don't want to talk about politics. They don't want to get in politics. They want to be a rapper or a basketball player. But the people who make the law can break the laws. And as long as y'all not making the law, y'all can go make however much money y'all want. The people that control y'all taxes and all that, write tax laws, don't look like you. So all these other people, like I say, these other people come to America and they plan is to get black people money because they know how we is, they study us, and they know we go out there with this hair, this fake hair, these fingernail shops, and then they put them in the hood. They know what they doing. They strategic with this. Where's your nail salon? Majority of them in the hood. Where's your hair store? Majority in the hood. These places are not ran by black people. And that's one of the things I got in my formula for black community generational wealth. We have the money to be buying all this. But we don't care about that. We just care about us. So we'll do certain things for us to make sure our family is set. But we not worrying about other people. That's one of the biggest things you hear out of black person mouth. They got to get it how I got it. But listen to my formula for basic community generational wealth on my channel, and you will see and understand why it makes sense for us to do these things for ourselves. We could be buying up these hair salons. And they so smart in my city, in Lake Charles, the city where I'm from, they so smart out here that the Arabs, not only do they put the hair stores in the hood, they hire black women. Why does they do that? This black woman is gonna be hired for one or two positions. She not being no manager. She gonna be hired for one or two positions, stocker or cashier, or probably both. But guess what? She gonna be doing some job, and this how smart they is. They know she gonna tell them, she gonna give them the intel on what type of hair her people like, so they can buy it. She not gonna get paid for that consultant. That's what she gonna be, a hair consultant. Not even gonna get paid for it. She also gonna be a word of mouth advertiser. Girl, we got that new hair coming in. It's gonna be on sale. She won't be getting paid for that. So she gonna be working all these jobs, and guess what? She only gonna be getting paid for one. And they so smart, they know that. We gonna hire these black women. They gonna be in the hood telling about the hair. They gonna let us know what the popular stuff is. And it's just crazy when, guess what? We got the money to buy these hair stores. We got the money to buy these nail shops. We got the money to buy ain't nobody cook better than us. Why are Chinese people and all these people moving in our hood? They don't go nowhere else with that. And they don't like us. But they know, they see us and they see big dollar sign. Let's go to America and get the money from the Negro. So I'm going to close the video on that, man. I thank y'all for watching, man. God bless. Like, subscribe, and comment, man, what you think about this, man. And God bless.